The Tesla takedown has turned Elon Musk's electric empire into a political pinata, with Democrats torching their once beloved status symbol and Republicans beginning to cheer them on, from their monster trucks, diesel engines, and different things like that. So, how did this flip happen so fast? What's going on, everybody? It's Professor Zeus, and I'm back with another video. If this is your first time at the channel, just know I greatly appreciate you for stopping by. Why don't you go ahead and hit subscribe? We're on our way to 2,000 subscribers. We are taking the humble route. Again, you guys, please mind my office setup. My proper lighting has malfunctioned. I gotta grab a new one. So today, what we're looking at is the chaos and the interesting protest, the Tesla takedowns, which is, essentially a wild, messy movement that's, got people breaking, smashing Teslas, boycotting dealerships, showrooms, and, screaming about Elon Musk like, he's the devil incarnate, or a saint, right? Depending on who you ask. It's a really interesting train wreck, and, it's flipped the whole idea of Tesla upside down. Once it used to be like super economic, chic, status symbol, for, latte sipping Democrats and different things like that. But now Tesla's, kind of the heart for, the monster truck loving red state Republicans, essentially. So how do we get here? What is this movement about, and why does it feel like everyone has essentially lost the plot? Let's try to break it down fairly, but with some seriousness and being critical. And, we're going to look at it from all sides. So let's pull this article up. Over 200 Tesla takedown protests take place throughout the United States on a global day of action against Elon Musk's role with Doge. So, at its core, Tesla takedown, it's essentially a decentralized protest, that kicked off this year, and it's basically aimed at Elon and his electric car company. And the big day of action was this past weekend, and we had I was not a part of that, but there were over about 200 protests popping up worldwide from Austin to Germany. A lot of organizers were saying it's about hitting Musk where it hurts. That's his wallet. They're pushing people to sell their Teslas, dump the stock and boycott the brand. But why are they doing this? It's because they feel like Elon Musk has gone, from a, quirky tech genius, Tony Stark type of person to, Trump's right-hand man, handling Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, because, everybody has some feeling towards that, being part of, the slashing of all these federal government jobs, budgets, and a lot of people, mostly on the Democrat side, are extremely angry. But we can't kid ourselves, right? These protests aren't all, peace and love, right? So I've heard, some of them have turned ugly. Teslas have been put on fire in Germany. There was just another guy in, I believe, California. It was an Asian dude, I forgot his name, who just got arrested for, setting ablaze a Tesla factory in California, I believe. Spray painting cars in Vegas, and, just complete vandalism across the whole United States. And, a lot of the organizers are swearing it's supposed to be nonviolent, but, all the chaos that we see, it's proven otherwise, right? And here's where I'm going to get critical, right? If your goal is to stop Musk, how does burning a $60,000 car make, your point, right? It's performative at best, right? Hypocritical at worst, especially when you're mad about, things like climate change, but you're putting an electric vehicle on fire, right? So we have to, try to figure out a lane and stick to it, right? Now, the goals for these Tesla takedowns are, they're ambitious. They want to, bankrupt Elon Musk. They want to tank the Tesla stock and try to derail his influence with President Trump. And groups like Troublemakers and the Disruption Project are essentially in the mix. and they're linked to a lot of progressive platforms like the Action Network. And, they're framing it as a grassroots fight against a billionaire who's meddling in democracy, right? Now, that's fair because, he has some unelected power that, a lot of people can raise their eyebrows at. He's literally in Trump's ear, and he has access to a lot of sensitive data. And, his whole, as of these past few years, his whole shtick is essentially like stirring the pot, starting controversy. But we have to call it out, right? This takedown, it just seems like it's still a lot of the fallout for, a lot of Democrats feeling like they lost the election. And, elections, these things happen. You win some, you lose some. But now, you're smashing all the cars that Elon has produced, even though you were a champion of those same cars at one point. It's really interesting. It's like it's less noble resistance, more like tantrums, essentially. But on the other side, if we talk about Musk and the people who defend him, he's not exactly a saint, right? He's leaned into President Trump's orbit heavy, talking about a whole bunch of stuff on Twitter about lies and propaganda from protesters, even accusing some of the organizers of crimes, without evidence. And, President Trump, he's gave a few opinions about it, calling it a coordinated attack. Again, there's no proof. Nobody really knows that. And some of the other conservatives, they're eating it up, like Fox News, is all over it. They're painting Musk as like a victim of liberal thugs and different things like that. But my critique is Elon, he's not an innocent bystander, right? He's essentially courted and curated this chaos to some degree, when he ditched the whole Tesla environment, eco-friendly vibe for, being a part of like this MAGA bromance that he got with Trump, right? And Republicans who are, extremely mad about these protests, these organizing and things like that, they're the same people who created cancel culture. Remember Bud Light? Remember canceling Bud Light because they had the gay stuff, right? So you gotta come on. If you want to be fair, right? Now, the irony here, again, Tesla used to be the badge of honor for Democrats. Clean energy, innovation, and being a rebellion to the big oil companies, right? If you drove a Model S, you were basically, like the eco warrior, you know what I'm saying, with just a better taste and probably a little bit more money. Now you fast forward to 2025 and it's a complete 180, right? It's a complete 180, right? You got Democrats are out here calling the same Tesla that they loved evil, right? Boycotting showrooms. Like there was a Tesla showroom not too far from where I live, and my wife told me that it was closed. I'm like, you lying? And I went. I'm like, oh damn, it's actually closed. Like what? That was the first time I actually saw a Cybertruck like super close. And I went there the other day, and it was closed. Facts. And then you got the big oil monster truck diesel loving Republicans, guys who who love diesel, diesel fuel and all those types of things are out of nowhere like Tesla fanboys. You know what I mean? Why? Because Elon is their guy now. And it's less about the cars and it's more about the culture war. And that's what makes this so fascinating because it's so crazy, right? Now, if we zoom out, this flip-flopping from one side to the other side, it's not really funny. It's more so a symptom. Tesla's gone from a symbol of progressivism to a political football, essentially. Democrats hate it because Musk has essentially betrayed the green dream, and Republicans love it because he's he's poking fun at the liberals, or the Democrats. But both sides are missing the bigger picture. Tesla stock is tanking, down 45 plus since December. But is that really the takedown? But is that really what the takedown is doing? Right? Or is it a competition from China? You know, they got a crazy EV market. I've heard of their cars out there. BYD can charge their cars in like 5 minutes. They got real self-driving cars, different things like that. So maybe Elon, he's like extremely distracted, right? So, I mean, Tesla Takedown is claiming credit, you know, for the boost in EVs in China and different things like that. But, you know, obviously the data is not all the way put together. And the people who are defending Musk again, they act like he's untouchable, ignoring how his allegiance or how his ties with President Trump could have been the real reason why the Tesla brand has been torched for half the country, right? Now you see a lot of people who drive Teslas are trying to take off the Tesla sign off their cars in order to put like Audi symbols on their Tesla, put Toyota symbols on their Tesla, just so people won't come and try to damage their car or vandalize their car, right? But nobody's really asking what's the end game, right? And if you want my honest take, I'm not picking a team. The Tesla Takedown has a point, right? Unchecked billionaires who are shaping policy, that is a huge problem, right? Musk's influence is wild, and he's not that subtle about it. He just had an event in Wisconsin. Wisconsin is trying to sue him because he's trying to pay voters for, I think, one of the Senate seats or one of the House seats or something like that for their vote. He's trying to pay people for their vote, right? You know, but the execution of the Tesla Takedown, right? It's sloppy and it's short-sighted, right? Vandalism alienates more than it inspires, right? And boycotts won't bankrupt a guy who's worth hundreds of billions of dollars, right? Meanwhile, Musk and all his cheerleaders, they need to stop crying, you know, foul play, oh my God, foul play, Elon's a victim, because they fed into the same fire, right? And this whole partisan switcheroo, right? It's proof that a lot of us are just tribal pawns, cheering on or booing people based who's on our team. And who wins? Nobody wins like that, right? Tesla is not evil or holy. It's a car company. Well, it's a software company that builds cars that's just caught up in a circus, right? But never ever let my team, your team, never let it get you so short-sighted that you don't want to see growth for humanity. Okay? So where does this leave us, right? The Tesla Takedown's loud, messy mirror of our times that we're currently in. Anger, division, and a whole lot of hypocrisy. It's not really about electric vehicles anymore. It's about power, it's about identity, and it's about who gets to win, right? Now, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments, man. Drop a comment. Is this protest brilliant or brain dead? Has Elon gone too far? Or are the people who hating on him, are they just jealous, right? Let's keep this conversation going. If you like this deep dive, hit the like button, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you always get notified when I drop a new video, and share this video with someone who might see some value in it. And never forget, subscribe as well. We're on our way to 2,000 subscribers. And never ever forget, it's you and I verse. Information, application, execution. Until next time, peace.